Liz, where's that voice come from?
I like to tell people I get my voice from my mama, but my soul from my pops. He's a saxophone player, that's his main instrument, and he always told me to lean into everything I do. He's like, tell a story, mean it, and lean into it. And he told me that all growing up, and so that's literally.
What's your background?
So I'm mostly Norwegian, and then a bunch of other little sprinkled in stuff, a bunch of random stuff. Spanish, English, Greek, whatever.
Where's your mom from?
So my mom grew up in Delaware. And my family is from like Philly, and I say Philly because people usually don't know where I actually grew up.
Right.
But yeah, from that area. My pops grew up in Maryland. My mom grew up in Delaware, and they met on stage at a jazz festival. So I grew up in a lot of music.
You say Philly, I'm thinking maybe rap. You know.
More jazz. They met.
I'm not thinking jazz.
You're
I'm
not thinking
thinking rap because Philly is known for spitters.
Yeah. Well, but my parents, though, very sultry jazz people, and then also growing up, my mom was a worship leader, and so I grew up in church.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yep. And so.
How do you get to Orlando?
I don't live in Orlando. We used to be snowbirds in Claremont, but I'm actually in Fort Myers right now.
Oh, you're.
I'm an out of city.
You came all the way from Fort Myers.
Yes.
105 The Beat. I got a friend that works there.
Yeah.
DJ Quest.
Yeah, he does events and stuff out in my city all the time.
That's my good friend of mine.
Oh, that's awesome. I go out to Celsius and stuff when they're out there downtown and go say hi. Absolutely.
It's been a while since I've been down that way.
Yeah.
How long have you been in Florida?
So we were snowbirds for a while in Claremont. Probably I think I was 10 when we started that. So most of my life I've been back and forth in Florida, but I've lived in Fort Myers for the last 5 going on 6 years. I moved for college, so yeah.
Now, you were on stage.
Yeah.
Jazz.
Yeah.
Right? Got a hell of a voice.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know where that comes from because you're petite and you got a hell of a voice, loud voice. Is jazz your musical
I would say
choice?
It's my roots, jazz, the oldies, all of the old school soul stuff. I'm an old soul at heart, so that's definitely where I find the most joy, where I feel the most fulfilled. I'm a jazz singer by trade. I sing in a little jazz club every week, and then I'm a background vocalist too, so I do some corporate stuff, I do jazz stuff, and then I get to sing in a tribute band, and so I do 70s rock and everything, do a little bit of everything. But this is me as an artist, so I kind of have Liz Heath and then Liz Honey.
Gotcha.
They kind of stay a little separate.
So you do this every week. This is something that you're used to being on the stage.
Yeah, I definitely grew up on stage. I grew up performing, I grew up singing, and I love it. But I love the chance to be able to do something like this with this caliber of musicians too is just such a blessing to me, such an honor to share the stage with them. They're phenomenal. And so I just had fun. Tonight was just fun. I was nervous yesterday, but today I'm you know what? Let me just go and enjoy myself. You know,
did
I
well.
came all the way here.
You did well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Would you do more?
Absolutely. Yeah, B-Rose is awesome. I'm so glad. I only met him through Instagram, so I had to fact check a little bit. There's somebody who performed last year that I knew, and so I kind of was hey, you know this guy? He cool, whatever. Can I trust him? Whatever.
Right.
I have to check with somebody. I got to know somebody mutual for me to especially travel. But once I did, I'm so glad that we hit it off the way that we did, and I was able to be here tonight because he really believed in me and wanted me to be here, and that meant a lot to me.
I mean, but you sound like a professional, right? And not to say that you're not a professional, but for me standing in the crowd looking at you and listening to you, I would say, okay, you've been doing this for a great period of time, maybe 10 years plus, right?
Yeah.
And maybe had a mixtape or maybe an EP out or something.
I do have music out, but it's been a couple years since I've dropped working on stuff, finishing mixing and mastering stuff right now. I'm gonna start dropping again, like probably the end of the year.
Right.
So I have some stuff out. I was in a incubator program for entrepreneurship at HGCU, and I got to work on my own music there and kind of like put that out and work on all of the business end of being an artist, you know. So that kind of benefited me. Did benefit me, I should say. And so it was fun, you know. But the stuff I have out now, I kind of had to like rush to put out a little bit because of the timing of the program. So of course anybody's gonna go back and listen and want to change stuff or whatever. But
True.
But it's part of my story too, you know. It's where I started, it's where I came from, and I'm proud of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What more can we hear from you? Do you plan on putting new music out
Yeah.
in the next month, 6 months? Can we see you more on stage? And if we can, where can we see you?
Well, I don't have any travel dates other than like the private shows I have with my rock band. So that's like my little secret.
Wait a minute.
Secret life.
So hold on a second. So you perform with a rock band?
Yeah, it's 70s rock. It's like Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac kind of stuff.
And you sing that kind of stuff?
I'm a background vocalist for that band, yeah. And I love it. It's fun. It's not the stuff I grew up with at all. I had to learn pretty much all that music. All I knew was dreams, really.
Right.
But it's been fun because it's helped me channel a different side of my creativity. You know,
Right.
I always like a challenge. When they came
Definitely.
up to me with, I've fronted rock bands before, I've fronted jazz bands before, I've fronted big bands before. Like, you know, I feel like the more you do that pushes your comfort zone and pushes you out of your norm, you know, the better you get. And I like challenging my comfort zone. It's fun for me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Liz, I would like to see more of you.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure chatting with you.
Thank you so much.
Tell people where they can find you on Instagram, social media, website. Where can we find you?
So my Instagram is Liz Honey Sings, LIZHUNNY Sings. I'll be posting on there if there are any shows coming up. Pretty much the only place regularly you can find me right now is that little jazz club. It's called the Roadhouse Cafe, Fort Myers. But yeah, pretty much that on Instagram. That's my main social platform. Facebook's more for like my family and whatever, you know. And then Liz Honey on all streaming platforms and stuff too. If you want to go back and see my old stuff,
Gotcha.
That's kind of where it's at, and that's where the new stuff will be going to.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, it was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Samuel.
Yes, sir.
Sam for short. Everyone calls you Sam?
Yeah. In fact, I appreciate if you call me Sam. My mother's the only one who calls me by my full first name.
Really?
Yes.
Why is that?
Oh, but that's my mama.
Yeah, but you have a nickname. I'm sure everyone's got a nickname.
Of course. So, I mean, I don't want to say what my mother calls me as her nickname, but Sam is what everyone calls me for short. So, Sam, I always answer to that. Samuel, I'll answer to that as well. But
Got you.
we people, so you call me Sam.
You seem very comfortable on there.
Yes, sir.
You did well on that stage.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Are you at home?
Yeah, on the stage, I always feel at home. It's something that music, singing has been my life since I was 5 years old. So it's something that I can't say I'm accustomed to it because I always still get nervous. But once I hit that stage, I know there's a job that needs to be done. And I gotta sing. I gotta do what I was born to do. And that's what I do on the stage, just sing.
What's your background in music?
Well, I'm a church boy. So I started born and raised in the church, singing there, and I always loved R&B, jazz, music in general. And so I was afforded the opportunity later on in my life. I'm 35 now, but I started singing secular music like around my 25 years old, and not knowing that all the music that I was loving when I was a child is now the music that I sing now at the current age that I am. And so it's just a blessing to be able to do it.
Music has this thing where it's timeless.
Right.
You know, the music that you were listening to as a kid, and obviously you didn't appreciate it. You heard it.
Right.
It's parents playing it around the house. But now you get older, it grows on you. It's like a fine bottle of wine.
Right.
You appreciate it. You're on stage. You're singing it. It has a different appeal to you.
Yeah,
why
man.
is that? Why is music so timeless and so rich?
Because it's universal. It's one of the only things to where you can go anywhere in the world and music connects every nationality, every human being. I mean, you can find animals that groove to music. It's something that just connects us to the higher power. And so regardless of where we are in the world, music just has the way of just bringing us all together. So the timelessness of music is just simply because it's art and it's able to be appreciated regardless of where you are.
You said you get butterflies when you get on that stage, before getting on stage. And then when you get there, you're relaxed.
Yeah.
Everything's at ease. Do you write?
I do. I write music. I compose. So I do a lot. So I didn't get a chance to do any original music tonight, but I do all of the things that encompasses me as an artist.
Walk me through the process of writing.
Well, first of all, life has to happen. I'm not a person who just writes because I feel like it. Something has to strike what I would say a nerve, causes me to be inspired. And from there, I'll get a melody in my head, I'll hear something, and before I know it, I'll just start writing. And then from there, that's how the music is birthed and how it's born. It's by just simply inspiration.
When you decided to choose the music that you choose tonight, why did you choose that selection of music?
Man, it's nostalgic music. You know what I'm saying? You feel it every time you hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we went from Mario, we did Return of the Madman, we did D'Angelo, and then we wrapped it all around with Drew Hill. I mean, come on, like you can't get a better set than that, bro. So that's what it was about. It's about bringing a nostalgic feel to take you back to a time where you was with your girl, or when you was with your man, and you just rolled out and you heard these songs and it just did something for you, whether it was breakup music or it was just that time to make love. That's what I wanted to have tonight, for you to feel that moment again.
I feel you. I like to hear your stuff, you know.
Well, I have music on, I do have music on all streaming platforms. The song is called Gravity. I released it in 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic, right in the thick of it. And it's an inspirational song. It did great. And so, of course, anything in regards to original, you do have the opportunity. I've done some music with other artists as well, such as Nathan Mitchell. I did a remake of Where's the Love by Donny Hathaway and Roberta Flack. So I have music out there. So all streaming platforms, you get a chance to hear some more of Samuel Rashad for sure. And I have new music coming out soon.
Any date?
We're looking at about the winter time. So probably around my birthday again.
All R&B?
Yeah. R&B music is what we do. Well, I call it inspo R&B.
Why is that? Tell me about inspo.
My job is to, of course, reach all platforms. I don't want to be narrowed down to just R&B because, once again, my job is, I believe God's, what he placed inside me is to inspire people.
Right.
So, like my song Gravity, that's what the song is about. It's about inspiring someone to let them know that there's no such thing as gravity. You can go after whatever you need, whatever you want, whatever goal, aspiration, whatever vision that you have, you can go after. There's no such thing as gravity. You just go for it. So that's why I say it's inspo R&B. So with this new song that's coming out, it's definitely going to be more on the R&B feel, but it's definitely still going to tie in a message.
Let me ask you this, since we're talking about R&B, is it still such a thing as R&B? And don't answer that question yet, because I like music. I like all type of music. But I've heard R&B around the house, and I think when we think R&B, that type of music is kind of lost.
It is.
Or is it me?
No, it's not you. It's not you. The so much rhythm and blues has kind of faded because there's not a lot of singers still left. You know, they're either singing lazy or they're auto-tuned to death. And don't get me wrong, I love hip hop, but hip hop has really helped to shape what we consider R&B now. And to where that nostalgic feel we was talking about earlier,
right,
is kind of lost. To where now the feeling that we get is by listening to 90s tracks being remixed to be brought to the current time.
Right.
We're in hearing original sounds that strike the nerve, that strike your heart, that make you feel good, that make you cry, make you happy, make you run, make you shout, all those type of things that R&B used to do, still lost. And I believe that it will come back, because I'm an R&B singer. So I know for a fact that it will come back and that it is coming back. But in regards to mainstream, I do agree. There needs to be a revival of that.
Do you think it's because of R&B singers aren't patient enough to wait their turn or put out quality music, that what's trending is dictating what they're doing?
Absolutely, absolutely. That is the biggest factor in regards to it, is that R&B music is trying to compete. When back in the day, in regards to the charts, we had R&B charts and we had the hip hop charts. Now they're all intertwined. And so now you're not just competing with an Usher, you're not just competing with a Beyonce, now you're competing with a Lil Durk, you're competing with a Nicki Minaj, you're competing with a Cardi B. So now your music is being all shuffled in together to where it's no longer being appreciated as an art form by itself, as a genre, to be more specific.
I haven't looked at Billboard lately. It's been a while since I've been out of radio.
Oh yeah.
But I don't even know there's such a thing as an R&B chart. I think it's more CHR rhythmic.
Yeah, it is very much rhythmic. Or you have wherein adult alternative R&B, or what you consider where you have your more older artists that were part of the R&B 90s feel are now being shuffled into that. So they're not getting the mainstream push that they should, simply because, once again, R&B's kind of have taken a seat back. And to me, I just think that, honestly, personally, since we just having this conversation, if we really want to see real music come back, we got to bring singers back. Real singers. I mean, we grew up listening to, I say it again, Usher, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. You had singers, you know what I'm saying?
We can even
you
go
had
as far.
McKnight.
We can go far back as, Isaac Hayes.
Yes.
Patti LaBelle. Anita Baker.
Absolutely. Sam Cooke. Let's go. We can go farther back than that.
Yeah, we can go.
Marvin Gaye. Let's do it. Smokey Robinson.
Right.
All these cats that helped shape that sound that their generation desired. That Motown. That Motown feel. That Motown sound. Mm-hmm. That helped shape and move things forward, even into getting to the 90s. That inspiration, that push, that drive, that rawness. Even with me tonight singing, you get to that point where it's a soul singing type music. That's what R&B is. It's from the soul. And we've lost that soul, man. And that's what needs to come back.
It definitely needs to come back. I think venues like R&B Renaissance, small intimate venues like this is, bringing back that R&B feel, or that intimate feel where people can come and enjoy a live concert.
Agreed.
Hear people like yourself sing. I think it probably starts there.
Yes, sir. Agreed. I agree.
Sam, it was a pleasure.
Absolutely, sir.
You have to come back.
Man.
This is quite new for me, though.
Yeah, me too. This is my first time doing R&B Renaissance, so I hope they'll bring me back. I was grateful to be here tonight.
Okay. Well, maybe I bring you on my show.
I would love that, bro.
I'd like to have a more in-depth interview with you.
Yes, sir.
Because you got a lot going on.
Yes, sir. I would love to.
I'd like
hopefully
to
by the time that music come out, we can get together. We can talk.
Definitely. Where
Yes,
people
sir.
can find you. Tell us where we can find you.
So you can find me on Instagram at the Samuel Rashad or Facebook at Samuel Rashad. So you can find me either one of those. As well as once again, you can stream Gravity on Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you get your music from, you can get my music there as well.
Take that. It was a pleasure, sir. Thank
Yes,
you very
sir.
much.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Kiana,
Yeah.
fresh off the stage,
That's right.
all the way from Ohio.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Florida?
So originally I came to Florida to finish my master's program at Full Sail University. So I was back in 2012 and I did that and then started auditioning for Disney. Started right away actually and got a show in fall of 2012 through a company called No Drama Entertainment doing Joyful at Epcot. From there, just started doing a bunch of different shows and at Disney through The Voices of Liberty, Festival of the Lion King, at Animal Kingdom. So yeah, just doing a bunch of shows there and been staying around ever since, hanging out, enjoying the people here. The community here has been great, especially the music community. So yeah, I've been loving it. 11 years now.
So you're telling me that I'm actually talking to a Disney princess?
Yes, you are.
Wow.
Yes, you are.
Now things makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That voice. So when you're at Epcot, people go to Disney, they might get on a ride or watch a musical. That might be your voice they're listening to.
Yeah, the fireworks shows. You might hear me on some background stuff in the fireworks shows. Yeah, I do a lot of different things there.
You said you came down here to finish your master's at Full Sail.
Yeah.
In what?
In entertainment business.
Okay. Entertainment business, but you're in the front as the performer.
Yeah. I went to school for music. I got my undergrad in voice from Kentucky State University, and that's where I got my undergrad in music. And then I decided, I need to know a little something about the business,
Right.
how to negotiate my contracts, how to market myself, and all of that kind of stuff. And so Full Sail helped me figure that out, and I went there for that.
Being at Disney is a different flex.
Very different.
It's not what you were singing on stage.
Not at all.
And that's, you got a great voice.
Yeah,
But
thank
Disney
you.
is very structured.
It is.
You're doing the same thing every day.
Yeah,
This here, you got to spread your wings a little bit.
I did.
How was it?
It was amazing. I have a huge heart for R&B. I grew up listening to old school R&B greats. Whitney Houston is one of my favorites. But, from Tina Marie, and, to going back further to your Gladys Knight, Aretha Franklin, Patti LaBelle, I'm a huge R&B fan. And so to be up here singing, Tamia, singing 702, a great R&B group, it's awesome. It's amazing. Doing Jasmine Sullivan.
Right.
She's killing the game right now. So it's amazing to be here and share that R&B love with everyone.
What do you play around the house?
Around the house, it really just depends on the mood.
Sunday.
On Sundays. Well, Sunday, listen, I'm going to give God some praise, okay? The
Really?
Lord is definitely going to get some praise. I lead worship for my church.
Got you.
So I am a worship leader. But Sundays, I'm going to play anything from maybe Clark Sisters to Israel, to Jonathan McReynolds, Kim Burrell, like all those different gospel greats. Donnie McClurkin, like I can go on, but they're amazing. They are definitely huge forces in the gospel industry, and love them.
Tell me, if I was to describe what I just saw on stage, what word should I use?
I would say fun, energetic, heartfelt.
I go for that.
Yeah.
You got a very sharp voice.
Thank you.
I mean, fun, yeah, but you know, the way you hit those notes is definitely you've been trained.
Yes, yes.
You know.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Did you always want to do music?
Always. I've been singing since I was 3 years old. Started in the church, in the children's choir. And yeah, I've always wanted to sing, always wanted to perform, always wanted to make a career and a livelihood out of it, and God has blessed me to do so.
Well, you know, a lot of people want to have the job that they enjoy and get paid for it, but not actually doing the job, right? Here you've been able to do the job that you love and do it day in, day out.
Absolutely.
You know, I guess that's the rewarding thing, right?
Yes, yes. And I mean, even though, you know, I love it and I do it every day, you know, there are some hard times, there are hardships, there are days when it's like, man, do I really want to do this? Am I really fit for this? There are moments that'll make you second guess and question what I have been given, but I always have to find that center of myself, and God always sends a reminder in some form of fashion that I'm on the right path and that this is what I am purposed to do. This is what I'm sitting here to do. So
I'm going to throw a curveball at you. You have a background in business, music business.
Yeah.
Okay. The music industry has changed a great deal, and it's changing right now.
Changing currently.
As having a background in music, what's your thoughts on AI?
Me personally, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan because it can possibly, if steps aren't taken to protect artists, which artists need protection anyway right now, especially songwriters. If steps aren't taken, that could be something else, another battle that indie artists and even artists who are on major labels, another battle that we have to fight. We already have to fight for the authenticity of our work, of our songs, of our creation. And so to have, you know, something come in that can just easily be swept and taken away and get all credit and all of that for, you know, it's very very unfair, you know, but like I said, if we take steps and if the powers that be speak up for and represent artists, you know, we can get ahead of that.
If you were sitting on Congress, a legislator, or maybe you can petition your state representative or federal representative, what would you tell them? What steps should you think should be taken?
I mean, first off, to really make sure that the way, from what I've understood it, the way that I have an EP out. You can literally go take my song and go on an AI site and sing it through or do a remix and get credit for it. Like, you know, there has to be barriers. I don't really know for sure what is the first step, but for sure barriers need to be made. As with anything, there needs to be boundaries. And I think that's kind of where some boundaries have been crossed, and that's where this is kind of taking its toll.
I would agree with you,
Yeah.
but respectfully disagree.
Yeah.
You own the music.
Yeah.
It's yours.
Absolutely.
No one can take it
Well.
because you own the publishing.
Yeah.
But when you go into the studio to create a record, right, there's a lot of technology being used to create that record. If we say, okay, let's go to the Copyright Office and say, okay, let's just stop all music has to be original and has to be played
Right.
by a musician.
Right.
Okay, and the music that was assisted or technology played a role, they should lose the copyright. What do you think of that?
That they should use the copyright?
They should lose the copyright.
Lose the copyright.
Right.
That the artist itself should lose the copyright. Is that what you're
Right,
saying?
because it was created using technology. Because you're saying AI, which is technology. And listen, I'm not giving you a hard time. I just want to tap
I
in
get what you're saying, yeah.
because you have a business background in music, in the music industry.
Yeah.
So I figure I'll just ask.
Yeah. I mean, truthfully, I need to study this a little bit more. But I would honestly say, I guess, when it comes to AI, that yes, there could be some good things about it, but even with the with using technology to record, and then
No, but you're
putting
making
it
the
in.
decision now. I'm giving you the
Yeah.
power. Here you are.
Oh yeah.
You restrict AI. What would the restriction be?
I mean, to me, I just eliminate it.
Listen,
I eliminate it.
altogether.
Altogether, I would eliminate. But I mean, you have AI when it comes to like Siri, when it comes to
I mean, it's
Alexa,
something that
those
we've
kinds
it's something
of
that
things.
we've been using.
It's been around.
Yeah, we've been
it's been
using it.
around.
We've been using it.
It's been around.
You know, but I think I agree with you. If you have an EP out right now, as you said,
I do.
what is the EP called?
So the EP is called New Wave.
New Wave.
New Wave. I wrote it during the pandemic. Released it in 2021, in March of 2021. But during the pandemic, as you know, everything was shut down. So even Disney, and everybody has a notion like Disney never shuts down. Disney was shut down, for some months, and so everyone was out of work. It was a good time for me to take inventory and really do something for myself, spread my wings, as you mentioned earlier. So I took that time and wrote some music and released a single early 2021, and went ahead and released my EP this year, 2022. And yeah, it's just been a great ride to have original music out and something for myself. So yeah.
Well, gratification for you.
Yeah,
right?
just something you want to look back. Like, what really got me was the fact that I've worked for different companies, third party, Disney, all these different things, made everyone else's dreams come true. What have I done for myself? What do I have to show myself if I left Disney, if I, left to do everything else and did nothing else anymore? What do I have for me? So having my own music and copyrights and having my own rights masters to my music is very important. And so I took that chance and worked with some great people on collaborating with a production, and got a chance to write a song with one of the members of Black Street. So that's on the EP as well. So yeah, New Wave is on all platforms.
What part of the music industry that you would say you love?
That I love? What part
the
of
writing,
it?
the creating, what part you say?
Writing for sure, because it's the most, I was going to say it's the most authentic. In this stage, for me, I believe it's the most authentic, because I do believe it can get hard at times when you're writing, because, labels, they may want to hear, we want you to create this kind of record. We need this kind of record that's going to take you there. So that's the joy of being in an independent place, because you have total creative control. So I love, coming up with the ideas, sitting in with a producer and he's figuring out the beats, and I'm like, oh, use that sound instead, or do this rhythm instead, and then seeing it come to life. I record my own background vocals and arrange my own vocals and all of that, so I do that.
So you're an engineer on the low too.
I wouldn't go that far.
You're an engineer, okay.
But hey, we're on the way. We're on the way.
Got you.
We're on the way, sharpening the skills for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoy your music. I enjoy your performance tonight.
Thank you.
I think
Thank
you did
you.
well. Love to see more. Tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can go to my website, www.kiana, Kiana Miles, MILES.com, KianaMiles.com. You can find me on Instagram at QI_sings, SINGS. And check me out.
Kiana, was a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Olivia Kells.
Hi.
That's your real name?
My name is Olivia Kelly, but they call me Kells. That's my stage name.
Kells.
Yes.
Before we even start, you got to tell me about this outfit.
Oh, well, when they asked me to do the show, and I met Mr. Rhodes over the phone, okay, I never met him before, and he was like, I'd love for you to be a part of it. I instantly went to sleep, and I visioned this outfit and this kind of hair, so I went all over trying to find it, and I got it. So here we are.
The outfit has a character of its own.
It matches me.
It matches you.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wow.
It was
Fan
it was-
favorite, huh?
I don't even know him, but I guess so.
Did you stage that? How much did you pay?
I definitely don't know him from a can of paint, but I appreciate it.
Oh, definitely. The voice of yours.
Yes.
Powerful.
Thank you.
The outfit, you on stage, interacting with the band. How long you been doing this?
Probably over 15 years. My mom, so I learned from her. She is a professional singer. She's in the audience right now.
You're gonna have to bring your mom out here.
Okay.
You're gonna have to talk to her too.
Okay, I'll try to do that.
I want to get her feedback.
Okay.
You know, 15 years you've been doing this.
Yes, sir. At least 15 years. Well, my son is 15 almost, so a little longer than that. Yes, sir.
Wow. Where are you from originally?
New York City, South Bronx.
You're in Florida now.
I am a Floridian.
What is it about New York that everyone from New York comes to Florida?
Well, the weather, and I wanted to raise my son somewhere where I felt it was safe. And my parents, well, first of all, they wanted to do that with me, so they brought us here to the Sunshine State, and I just remained here.
You got a 15-year-old son.
He's almost 15, yes.
Almost 15. I'm sure you sing around the house.
I do.
What does he think of his mom with that voice of yours?
He really enjoys it. I didn't realize how much of an influence I guess I am, but he sings as well and he plays his instrument, so we're a little musical family. I think he really enjoys it.
So you rubbed off on him?
Yes, sir.
If you wasn't doing music, what would you be doing?
Well, I love children and I've always wanted to help kids, so I am administrator as well. That's what I do. As long as I'm still teaching and reaching the children alongside my music, I'm good.
When you say administrative, what does that mean?
Oh, I'm a part of the administrative team at my school, so I, you know, like the principal, vice principal, receptionist, and stuff like that. So I do that type of thing now. I used to be a teacher several years ago.
What school? Elementary, high school?
It's a Catholic school, and so we go from pre-K all the way to 8th grade.
Do the people at the school know what you do?
Only a few, not
few.
really.
I think they would be amazed that the woman
Thank
who is
you.
the administrator has a voice like this on stage, directing the band, the audience, and for a moment, when you hear that voice, things stop. And you're like, what is that? Who is that?
Wow, thank you.
Put your hands on it. I feel to the last and for all the hard times. So you better let it roll back. Y'all know this part right here. Y'all gotta sing it with me, all right? While he was bragging, I was coming down a real distracting. All the speeches and the clothes in the bagging. I told everything else, there was just nothing left. And I paid all the bills of all along too late. It's a shame we had to play these games of love we had to stay away. There's all the dreams for you.
You do realize that, right? Because I was out here waiting for the next, you know, performer to come up, and I heard your voice. So I got up. What is this? Let me go check out.
Oh,
You know,
well, thank you. Thank you.
you got a
very
great
much.
voice. When did you realize that this voice of yours? When did it develop for you?
Well, I started singing in, I think, 5th or 6th grade, but I didn't realize it until I was in college, what the gift that my creator gave me. I didn't realize it until I was a sophomore, freshman in college. That's when I really realized it, and I began to travel all over the world and use the gift that he gave me.
You had a hell of a voice.
Thank you, sir.
And I guess watching your mom, she passed it down to you. You passed it down to your son.
Yes, sir.
Do you do this often?
I do, yes, I do. I sing in Sanford every Saturday, just about. I have a couple of shows on Juneteenth coming up. I perform out at Disney. I sing out at Universal Studios. I'm a Renaissance woman. I try to do it all.
Well, you're doing it all.
Thank you.
You know, and I'm sure you've heard it. You know, people have told you, "Wow, you know, Olivia, you got a great voice." but
Yeah.
you do have a great voice.
Thank you.
You said Lord and Savior, so I'm assuming that you have a religious background.
Oh, yes.
Your gospel music.
Yes, sir.
What did you grow up listening to around the house?
Well, my mother, I listened to her as well as she loved Mahalia Jackson. And when I started growing up, Yolanda Adams and stuff like that. And then I was told that I sound like a woman named Karen Clark Sheard. I didn't know who she was. And then I looked her up and finally saw who she was, and I was like, wow. And then I fell in love with her, so it's been history. So that's what I've listened to. And then now Kim Burrell, as far as gospel is concerned. My favorite R&B singer, Faith Evans, period.
Faith Evans.
Yeah, don't do that face. OMG, I love her. And I'm gonna sing with her one day. People think they think they're so amazed when I tell them that she's my favorite singer. Yes.
You're gonna have to sell me on that.
Faith Evans is amazing.
I'm not saying she's not amazing, but your voice, Faith Evans, I don't think she can pull off that type of note.
Oh, well, she can. She can, especially in her heyday. She's a little older now, but I love her. She was an inspiration to me.
Faith Evans.
Yes, sir. Yes, soon as I get home, I'll make it up to you. Baby, I'll do what I gotta do. I love her. Oh,
I guess
she's amazing. You gotta see her live.
maybe but when maybe it's the bad boy thing,
Maybe.
Maybe it's the bad boy thing.
Maybe so.
I wouldn't say maybe SWV, right?
Oh, I love them too. but
Mary J. Blige,
She's very good as well.
Monifa.
Okay. And Lettucey. Don't forget her.
True.
Amazing. They sleep on her.
Who else was part of that era?
That era back then, what is it, 702?
702.
Yeah, I like them a lot. But not love, but I like them.
Faith Evans. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'll give you that one.
I love
But
her.
you pull that note, and you're right. Faith, that was a hit for Faith.
Couple
And
of
maybe
hits
she's
she
kind of
has.
underrated because she's always been in the bad boy Biggie shadow. But she did have a hell of a voice.
Yeah, she does. Still does.
What do you listen to currently right now?
Currently, I love Sade. I love Layla Hathaway. I love Shaka Khan, as you heard. Lettucey Music, Soul Child. Let's see. Earth, Wind, and Fire. I have an old soul, so, and my favorite jazz singer. Jazz is my favorite music, period. That's my favorite genre. Ella Fitzgerald. Oh. And Sarah Vaughan. That's my style of music.
You're listing vintage music.
That's what I love.
I said, what do you listen to currently right now?
I listen
You didn't-
to that right
you,
now.
You have not listed any artist that's relevant right
I
now.
did. I listed Lettucey, and I like her.
Uh-huh.
I like the Ella May young lady. Oh, and Jasmine Sullivan. She's pretty awesome. But what I listen to every day,
Right.
Lettucey, Ella Fitzgerald, Aretha Franklin.
Everything classic for you.
Yes, I'm old school.
Why the old school?
It's just what I love, and I feel like that was real music, pure music. This is bull shiggity, a lot of it. It's just, you can make anything up, but back then it was with substance, and I'm about that. So I love things with substance and that has meaning.
I had an artist that came up before you, Samuel, and I asked him about R&B.
Mm-hmm.
You list great artists, legends, Grammy Award winning, the accolades can go on. And I asked him, and I asked you the same question, do you think R&B is a dying genre?
No, it's just the music that they come out with now. It's very different, but I feel like R&B is beautiful. It's what got us through, or it's got me through. Let me not speak for anyone else, but I love that. I love it, and I feel that it's covered up, if you will, and it needs to be out more, but it's not as great or as it should be. only because of the younger people and the way people are and what they listen to and what they like. It's just very different now, to be said kindly.
But I guess if we talk to our parents, they'll probably say that, well, if we talk to their parents, our parents' parents, they'll probably say the music they were listening to wasn't that great.
Maybe
You know?
so.
Because, you know, the music that we were into, like, you know, the Faith Evans,
Yes.
the Biggie, the Mary J. Blige, the Monifa, that's great music for us, right? But our parents probably wouldn't think that way.
Correct.
You know, so when we listen, but that's why I said we have to keep an open mind when we listen to music that our kids are into, right?
Lord,
You got a
yes.
15-year-old, I got a 21-year-old,
Okay.
and a 12-year-old, and a 6-year-old. The kind of music that they're into,
It's,
I don't like it, but I got to understand that that's what they're into,
yes.
you know.
It's very different.
And maybe 30 years from now, that'll be classic for them.
Wow. That's deep.
But I don't know. But the music that you've listed off and the artists that you've listed off, those music are still current
Yes.
and resonate with us.
Anita
today.
Baker, those are powerful people. And people are remaking their songs. You know, it's nothing new under the sun. Everything is overturned and overturned again.
Right.
So that's all they're doing is taking what she had and taking what Luther had and grinding it up and making it into their own. So I love it. It's beautiful.
Your selection for the music that you performed tonight, why did you choose those songs?
Let's see, I chose those songs tonight because, well, first of all, the theme, and I felt like Blue Cantrell is a great singer, a great artist who doesn't get enough recognition. So I said, I'd be John Brown if I don't go up there and blow her song, you know, and represent her, and I love her. So I had to start the night out with that. And then I also love Fantasia. I didn't say her name, but I love her. And that song was actually dedicated to someone in that room since they decided to show up. So I had to, you know, put all my all into that was TMI. However, and then my next song is Jilly from Philly. I love Jill Scott. I do listen to her as well. And then you can't finish it without doing a legend that's living, Shaka Khan. Got to, had to.
Gotcha. Olivia, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Likewise.
You have a wonderful voice.
Thank you so much.
And what brought you to the R&B Renaissance tonight?
So to be very honest with you, I know Boris and my friends know Boris and he invited us out here and I actually didn't know what to expect and I've had the best time ever. All of these artists have been amazing. I love every single one of them. We had a great time. We were drinking and partying and dancing. I loved it all.
You typically when you go out, what type of music do you go out to listen to?
Oh my gosh, to be honest with you, like Orlando type of DJ vibe, you know what's up. But I like the little like variants because I came from Puerto Rico, right? So
Right.
I'm used to like that reggae
Reggaeton.
vibe. So R&B, at least the R&B you guys brought us tonight was very chill, kind of reggae vibes, as well a little bit, not reggae vibes, but like that slower vibe. And they had a little mix with like 90s in a mix, which I enjoyed, but the whole vibe was just like, yeah, I want to dance.
Definitely, definitely. So you enjoyed it.
I sure did.
I guess you would give it a
10 for sure.
10 for sure?
Yes.
Okay, would you
I would come back here, yeah.
You would come back?
Absolutely.
Okay. Boris,
My brother.
Mixed Signal, R&B Renaissance was a success.
I would agree with you.
I mean, how do you have a hard time coming up trying to top the last one? What are you going to do next?
You know, every time I look at the next R&B Renaissance, it's always a blank slate. So the goal is never to outdo what was done previously. It's just, what does the spirit lead us to do on the next subject matter, on the next concert? What's the next goal to accomplish? And randomly, the concept of mixed signals came to my mind. And when it came to my mind, there were certain voices that I heard that I knew would resonate with that musical discussion that I wanted to have. And I'm just fortunate that the right vocalists, the right performers, the right musicians decided to be a part of it. So I'm just grateful.
So you got to find, you come up with the blank slate, mixed signal, then you have to find the talent in order to fill that space.
100%. Yep. So I try my best to never go into the next concert having a preconceived notion as to what I would like to do. So it's no different than, you know, someone who's writing a script, if they're doing a television show, if they're doing a movie. You don't want to have a specific actor in mind for the role. What's most important is the story itself. So what actor would really buy into the story? What actor would support the story? What actor really embodies the character? Those things matter to me much more than who's the headliner, who's the lead actor, who's the lead vocalist for a concert, who fits into the criteria of what you need. And I think that's been a huge aspect of what has helped us be successful thus far.
I spoke to a few of the talent that came up before you, and I asked them, do you think R&B is a dying genre?
I don't necessarily think that it's dying. Obviously, it's not as popular now as it was in the 90s and the 2000s. But I alluded to storytelling beforehand. It really comes down to who's writing the songs and who's telling the story. Does it sound authentic? Does it sound genuine? Does it sound believable? Is it something that people can relate to? I think there's a certain amount of imposter syndrome that's taking place. So you have singers who want to pretend to be a rapper. You have singers who want to pretend to be someone who they're not. They're a player, they've got 1,000 different women, and a lot of people that I know, hey, if you sing, you're looking for that one person. That's what artists sang about in the 90s. That's what they sing about in the 2000s. Looking for someone who will be the perfect match for the rest of their lives. You know, but comparison is the thief of joy. So if you're looking at what, you know, the rappers have, if you look at what, you know, the rock and rollers have, if you look at other artists and just imagine yourself as them, you will never realize your full potential as who you were meant to be, because you're trying to pretend to be someone else. So I don't think we're necessarily not. I just think, you know, we're just confused. So ultimately, that's what it boils down to. Figure out who you are as a person and be true to who you are and stop posing as someone else.
Got you. A lot of artists, the R&B artists, are not being genuine. They're chasing a trend.
Well, listen, that's where we are from a societal perspective. Everyone has a blueprint for what it takes to be successful, for what it takes to be liked, for what it takes to build momentum. But in my personal opinion, the first person who chooses to follow a path, they're going to be tremendously successful. Second person who comes along, they'll be pretty successful. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, you're a knockoff brand. No one takes you seriously. You are not going to be relevant a year after or 2 years after you put a song out or 2 years after you put an album out.
Right.
So ultimately, the best way to be successful, the best way to have longevity, the best way to be consistent is just to be the true who you are as a person. You know, what experiences, what life experiences have you had as an artist? What song suits your voice? Are you a baritone who's attempting to sing tenor and alto?
Right.
Or do you tell your story the way you were meant to tell the story? Ultimately, being comfortable in your own skin, embracing your own life experiences, that's really the key, because in that you find authenticity. And authenticity, once again, is the key when it comes to making great, memorable music that really is impactful to the community.
Definitely. Do you have a date for the next R&B Renaissance?
Listen,
Not yet, right?
I need to go talk to the general manager from the Abbey. We just had an amazing show, the R&B Renaissance, the Mixed Signals edition. I'm going to go home, take a good sleep, figure out what the next concept is going to be, and I'm going to text that GM. And my goal is in September to be right back here doing it all over once again in 3 months. That's my goal. That's my goal.
Wonderful.
And seeing if it's possible to outdo what we did tonight.
I think you would.
I love attempting to set the bar
I was here
high.
for the last one, and the last one was good, but this was great.
Yeah.
The talent was just spot on.
It was absolutely superior. But guess what? The goal is to elevate.
Definitely.
Every day being better than I was the day before.
Definitely.
Every time that we come out, we want to just continue to achieve new heights.
Well, you
So
gotta
that's-
you gotta come back and talk to me.
The only person I'm willing to talk to is Kiko. If it's not Kiko, whether I've had a drink or not,
Right.
if it's Kiko, I'm talking. Always a pleasure, brother.
Thank you.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you, man.
Definitely.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Will do.